Today's San Francisco 49ers report is presented by Manscaped. I know a lot of you out there haven't done your Father's Day shopping. I have a resolution for all of you. Manscaped. Great products for all men out there below the waist, but also beard products as well. We'll tell you more about that coming up here later on the program. 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com/49ers. Make sure you plug in the promo code 49ers for that deal to apply. That link is hanging out in the comment section and in the description of this video. Let's begin with this question coming in from Lore. Should we go get Yannick Ngakoue? What right tackle is available in free agency for next year? So as far as Yannick Ngakoue goes, I don't know what teams aren't seeing. It really does baffle me. And the resistance that I've gotten from Yannick Ngakoue is the fact that he's not good in going up against the ground game. But the NFL has become an offensive-laden sport, and we're in a pass-happy era. And what do you need right now? You need a guy who can pin his ears back and get aggressive in trying to attack the opposing quarterback. Don't allow them time to throw to carve up your defense. And that's what Yannick Ngakoue has done literally his entire NFL career. Every year that Yannick Ngakoue has been in the NFL, he has been able to register at least 8 sacks per season. So the 49ers, I'm not sure what they're waiting for. They do have about $10.5 million of cap space. So are they waiting to see how these rosters trickle out, what happens in OTAs, what happens in training camp to then make a signing? But Yannick Ngakoue is a player that I really, really do like. And if he is still available late and the 49ers show some interest, I'm all about that because I do believe that he's a very good player in this league at a very important position. As for the top tackles in 2024, I'm pulling up the list here. Let me take a look. Just give me a moment. Top right tackles in 2024 free agency. Waiting for the page to load. This is bad TV, and my internet just died out. So at least I was able to answer the Yannick Ngakoue portion of that. I'll circle back to the right tackle portion coming up here in just a second. Niner Nick with this. All of this buzz behind Sam Darnold is crazy. Is he really going to start for the 49ers? Yeah, look, everything that I have heard is that the Niners and Kyle Shanahan are very high on him. And it's understandable to see why they're high on him. He has great size, good athleticism, great arm. Some of his wow plays that he's put on tape so far in his NFL career, they've been really, really impressive. But in order to be a long-term quality quarterback in this league, you need to be consistent and you need to make good decisions with the football. Sam Darnold has lacked consistency, and he's turned the football over a lot. Now, Kyle Shanahan's been able to maximize Nick Mullins, C.J. Beathard, Jimmy Garoppolo, Brock Purdy. He's done a great job with maximizing what we call mid-quarterbacks. Can he extract the best out of Sam Darnold, who's had 4 coaches so far in his career and 5 offensive coordinators? That lack of stability, obviously, isn't ideal at all, but he's 21-34 as a starter. We have a good idea of who he is. He's thrown 61 touchdowns, 55 picks. Last in passer rating since coming into the league at 78.2. Last in completion percentage, sub 60. Third worst interception percentage. Last in air yards per attempt. And then 4th worst in yards per attempt. It's not like Sam Darnold has been great and then ran into a couple of rough spots. Like, he's been pretty bad for a pretty long time. Big Hurt with the $5 super chat. Assuming Brock is not ready to start the season, what kind of a performance would it take for Trey to keep the job? I think he's going to have to make consistently accurate throws because you think about Kyle Shanahan's offense. It is predicated on getting the football to your playmakers in stride because he schemes up these plays, allowing the weapons to pick up yards after the catch. Because this hasn't always been an offense in which you throw the ball deep, like we see with the Josh Allen, a Patrick Mahomes, a Joe Burrow, or a Justin Herbert. First of all, the Niners haven't really had that type of quarterback, but also it's not really a part of the offense. So if Lance can't make the routine layups, that's a problem. He's going to have to do that. He's going to have to ball out in the preseason. And if he does that, though, and the Niners are like, wow, we have a Patrick Mahomes type of player who, by the way, just turned 23 years old, we can't bench him. Who will start for the 49ers week 1? Let me know down in the comment section right now. As for that question earlier about the top right tackles in 2024, Trenton Brown out of New England, James Hurst, Jermaine Illuminor, Billy Turner, David Quessenberry, Josh Wells, Kendall Lamb. The early look at some of the right tackles available next year in free agency, it's not a great crop. Speaking of Croc guy with this one, could Javon Kinlaw get cut considering the Niners' depth along that defensive line? The Niners are pretty deep along that defensive line. I'm just not how deep they are at defensive tackle. So you look at the Niners starting front here. Drake Jackson has to have a big year too. The Niners' success on defense really does depend on how big of a leap he can take. Javon Hargrave had 11 sacks last year. He's obviously going to be your starter. That's why you signed him to that 4-year, $84 million contract. For Arik Armstead, he has played some of his best football as an edge rusher, but at defensive tackle, everybody wants to point to the lack of sacks. This guy has been one of the more productive interior defensive linemen in the game. Now, has DeForest Buckner been better? Yes. Was it a mistake to get rid of him and keep Arik Armstead and pay him? Yeah, maybe. But as far as the depth goes, Javon Kinlaw is a pretty solid depth piece for the Niners. I don't think that they're going to cut him. It would not surprise me, though, if they cut him with an injury designation or if he shows up to camp out of shape and he just fails to produce. More of your questions coming up, as well as some more Niners analysis. But first, Manscaped is our sponsor for today's show. Manscaped.com/49ers, promo code 49ers for 20% off and free shipping. Father's Day is here. Friends, family, and loved ones, I bet you haven't purchased a Father's Day gift yet. Have you? Not to fear, the leaders in below-the-waist grooming are here. I'm talking about our friends at Manscaped. They're saving the day yet again with the total package for the father figure in your life this year. And it's time to upgrade his game from waist to face with this exclusive offer, and maybe your mom or his wife or significant other will be happy about that. Have him join the 8 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped and get 20% off in the process. Let's start with the ultimate Father's Day MVP outside of you, because getting him this present, you're the real MVP. It's a Performance Package 4.0. Inside this, he'll find their signature Lawnmower 4.0, the trimmer, brand new weed whacker, ear and nose hair trimmer, crop preserver ball deodorant, crop reviver toner, performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold all of those goodies. It's a performance package from Manscaped, the only gift for your father on Father's Day. Manscaped.com/49ers, promo code 49ers, 20% off free shipping. That link is available in the comment section and in the description of this video. Next up, Daddy Bosa, interesting username here. How much will Nick Bosa get paid on his new contract? So Aaron Donald currently is the highest paid defensive player in the history of the NFL. He's making around $30 million per season. The deal that he signed, 3 years, $95 million, $25 million signing bonus, average salary of $31.6. That's the average annual value there. Guaranteed at signing, $46.5. Total guaranteed, $95 million. So all of that money guaranteed for Aaron Donald, who is set to be a free agent in 2025. For Bosa, it's easy to see why he can overtake that. Why? He's younger. He's been just as productive, if not more. He's right on par as far as dominance with Aaron Donald. He plays a premium position that you need to lock down outside of quarterback and offensive tackle, edge rusher, one of the more important positions in all of football. And he has really come into his own the last 2 years, coming off that torn ACL that he suffered in 2020. He backed up 2021, 15.5 sacks, with 18.5 sacks in 2022. This guy by himself is a game changer. And another reason why Bosa could get paid more, the NFL salary cap continues to increase, which means teams can afford to pay players more, and the value of those deals increases as well. So over under $30 million per year for Nick Bosa. O for over, U for under. Like I said, average salary for Aaron Donald, $31.6. I think Bosa, I know it's a large salary, I think he unseats him. Romeo with the $10 super chat. That's the point about Purdy. The offense is designed for short to intermediate passes with top flight athletes in place to make big yards after the catch. And that's why the Niners have drafted like they have. That's why they signed George Kittle to that contract extension. That's why they drafted Brandon Aiyuk. That's why they drafted Deebo Samuel. Now, Brandon Aiyuk is the most well-rounded wide receiver among all of them, and he can certainly pick up yards after the catch. So too can Kittle. That's the best all-around tight end in the game. But a weapon like Deebo Samuel, you want to hit him with the bubble screen. You want to hit him with that quick trigger pass, that slant route, in stride, because if you think about it, you're running a route and you have to turn around for the football. That slows down your momentum, and your chances of getting tackled and limiting a big play increase. That's why I need to be accurate, and that's why Purdy thrives so well in this offense. Bay Area Brandon. Let's go Brandon. Well, the 49ers have to trade Deebo Samuel or Brandon Aiyuk in 2024. This is probably the biggest looming question mark for this organization outside of paying Nick Bosa. But I think Bosa is definitely going to get paid at the end of July or at the start of August, because that's when these big deals always happen for this organization. And Deebo Samuel's contract going to start to kick in this year. Both of them combined have cap hits to combine around $12 million, I believe. Next year, though, it's more than $40 million. And then you're looking at a Brandon Aiyuk contract extension. Now, you can backload that deal and find a way to afford Aiyuk and Deebo, because next year, Aiyuk will still be under contract on that fifth-year option of around $14 million. You backload it, you can find a way to keep both those players. That's what I would want to do, because anytime you have a three-headed monster like this through the air, you're going to be a really, really good offense if everybody stays healthy. Aiyuk, for the first time, career high in receptions, career high in receiving yards, career high in touchdowns. I'm looking for him to once again challenge these numbers. George Kittle, 60 catches, 11 touchdowns last year. He really came alive with Brock Purdy at the helm. And then Deebo Samuel, if he's able to stay healthy, can he return to that all-pro level that we saw in 2021 when I thought he was an underrated MVP candidate? Who will lead the Niners in receiving this season? Good options to choose from. I think it's going to be one of those three. Drop me one of those names down below right now.